now as well. They're kicking things off with EnVyUs here on the T side. NiP starting on the C2. We'll have a look at the buy coming in. It looks like 5 sets of armor for the terrorists as well. We're going to see whether NiP can hold them off. T-pistol, so lucrative. If you can pick that up, it puts you on such a great start here. Most teams do favour towards the ramp. That's what EnVyUs will be bringing to the table as well. There is going to be a challenge here from Forrest, who nails the first headshot as well. Looking for more, but taken down as he tries to find his second frag.
Lovely shot, Sixer. Just to follow it up. He does get Forrest back, but Michaelele's going to follow that by getting Apex. Sixer jumps back in, finds yet another 2 kills for him. Down to the 3 versus 3. Happy posts himself inside of the hut. Get Right's on top of it, trying to fight beyond the yellow crossbeam, and he gets caught by Sixer, who's got 3, but he's going to have to get all 5 because he's lost Happy. He's lost his other teammate that was coming in through from heaven, and he's going to go try and bait this plant. May have been best suited to just try and stick it, get money, because chances of winning it now is very slim as Michaelele slips in.
Well, there it is, towards the ramp from they go. It was Forrest to open things up. They have a nice headshot taken down. It was a bit of a brawl. Like I said, most teams favouring that ramp area because normally there's only 1 CT challenging there, maybe 2. Good rotations from NiP mean they could actually challenge that position as well. Sixer with a great job there with 3 frags. Like you said, 2 versus 1. Might have been better off to get the bomb down there, but he went for the glory. Fake plant in, hoping to bait some CTs out with the knives up, potentially try and stop him. Can't find the headshot there with low HP, and the bomb is not going to go down. 1-0 in favour of the Ninjas here. Great start on the CT here, but a force buy coming from EnVyUs, a team famous for this sort of buy. It's a Desert Eagle in the hands of Apex. We know he's deadly with this weapon, and his teammates holding towards the lobby for now, doing a little bit of damage to get right. He's got the scout. That's quite standard for now from the Ninjas, but Apex goes under 31 HP. In terms of grenades, got 6 on the smoke. Apex with a flashbang as well. They'll just be trying to poke them up for now. Check towards ramp, the huts, squeaky door, see if there's anything available for them, and then group up together with the 1 smoke and flashbang. A lot of teams will try and jump down the vents as well, so that's definitely an option.
Happy going to rotate back around, potentially try and spot over top of Twinkie. Exactly that. Freiburg's inside a main to watch if they push through Squeaky. The smoke's now gone on top of the upper side. It's going to be Forrest and Michaelele playing together at ramp, so an early rotation coming in from Forrest could be beneficial. He gets taken down immediately. Again, Sixer looking solid to start off this game. He'll get traded back, and because his teammates were on the other side of Flames, he was left to his own devices. There's Michaelele down below, but with Forrest gone over toward the turnpike, it's a full wrap. Potential to split on the upper side as well. And they've pushed Forrest so far away. Oh, that bounce nade doesn't quite get down, but it does do decent damage when it fell, so it did bounce once and then go down and hit Apex for 15.
Well, it's an equal situation, but still, 30 seconds remaining, and EnVyUs need to get the bomb down. That's a good kill from MBK, though. Actually gets towards heaven as well. Still got a plan there. The CT presence in the upper bomb side. It's a 3-on-3, but look at the HP. Exists down to 1. Michaelele's low as well. Still a chance here for the defense side, but need to act now. 15 seconds remain.
Freiburg with 2 with the angle from below. He's going to close it with the 3rd as well. MP7 on all the kills. Lots of money made. As Michaelele found one of the UMP, excuse me, as well. I would expect, although we still know they like to switch up the op a little bit, that he'll be grabbing that at some point in time. 4-0 for Michaelele.
Yeah, Forrest is known to wield on this map as well, but primarily it's going to be Michaelele. So there it is. Although EnVyUs do get 3 kills, there's no bomb plan. Some teams would force into this round after getting the plan down and making it so close. That's just not an option here. Going to have to take the full eco on the chin. And NiP live to fight another day here. 2 M4s. 2 SMGs and exists just the USP. That's fine up against unarmored heads. He can shoot through those in some long-range situations. Where the T's going to be focusing towards. Looks like outside here. Staying as a unit, trying to go on the catwalk area as well. Faster towards main. It's Forrest who spots him first. Bit of damage as exists, finds the first kill with that USP.
Forrest was waiting for the angle, but it's Get Right instead that finds Kenny. Pop back out, headshot found. Lovely shot as well into Sixer. Drops the bomb and knocks down Happy as well. Little shake of the wrist. Not quite the same flick he wanted, but it was a shake of the wrist to make sure the aim's still there.
What's interesting now is after that force fire, not getting the bomb down after the pistol, Kennyus can bring the AWP out, but it will be a glass cannon. He's still contemplating it. Is it worth it? Apparently it is. I don't think it's such a big deal on Nuke. It's normally going to be very long-range duels against AWPers as well. So regardless of armor or not, you're trying to get the opening pick for your team. It's not like you're going to be influential throughout the entire round, right? If you can open up the map for your team, get the bomb down, at that point, his job is done. Let's see whether he can actually find anything here. Going for the outside face. Could be Forrest to the AWP on the CT side. He's more defensive towards CT. Spawn pulls the trigger, but can't find that first shot. It's going to be Get Right, though, to find Apex crossing. No smokes deployed. He's trying to go very quickly there towards secret area, but loses his life in the process.
Apex down, Happy door blown out, is going to try and spot toward the bigger garage. Needs to be a little bit careful of his position. Smoke now. Oh, deploy in front! He didn't have the lineup, and still Get Right gets found as he taps through. 4, and the smoke was thrown correctly to allow Get Right to move inside of the upper site.
4-on-4 now. Plenty of time to work if it exists. and holding tight angles. The fact he has control of HUD as well, that's beneficial, but Happy, very defensive, looking for any more aggression to come in. If Exist goes any further than this, he's dead. No way he can get that kill. It's such a strong angle from the terrorist at that point. Forest more defensive now towards the Heaven position. We'll have a look what's available for the T's as well. They actually got the AWP still in the hands of Kenny S. He's still looking towards that side. Still time to play with it, and smoke's available if they want to go towards lower. But for now, just trying to find that first kill, see if anyone will dare challenge. In this equal situation, Forest goes for it. Kenny finds him, and that's going to be the cue to get on towards lower. Freiberg's waiting for them. He goes down as well. This should be a round for EnVyUs at this point. Smoke's to the
Kenny already inside of the vents down below, has MBK clearing out decontamination, but Kenny gets found. Exists with a fast play to get inside of the vents behind him. Watches as well for Happy, who drops down. Good awareness from Exist. Bomb gonna have to be planted inside of that smoke. It does go down. Exist can't find it, has to reload, so Michael's got to hit the shot on Sixer, or he would have been poisoning.
That was a 4-on-2 map, and EnVyUs there with lots of time to work with in terms of when they're actually going for the lower control itself. Interesting enough though, Kenny gets in the vents. You could see Exist gets a drop in just as he takes his attention away as well. Surely it's more beneficial to get towards a window room perhaps, just to have more vision and actually be able to set up as a turret while his teammates actually plant that bomb as well. I think that was a bit of a bad move on his part. He has no armor at that point, and that's when it's actually a massive problem at close range. Taken down, looks a little bit more balanced going forward. We did have some big score lines there overall, but still it's actually starting to get to the point, especially like teams like NiP, Virtus.pro, they're showing us the depth you can have in the terms of the tactical game on the T side. So far so good for the Ninjas. First gun round eludes EnVyUs after getting their initial man advantage. 4-on-2, and Michael Eddy saving the day with the UMP as well. Exist doing a great job to take the attention away. And we did see the buy coming from EnVyUs. It was a range of AKs and Galils. That suggests to me they'll try a set piece, maybe towards outside, get those smokes we haven't seen from them yet, or maybe just straight in towards upper with the flashbangs and smokes towards main entrance, Heaven, and try and see if you can just take the jewels and potentially find that first round. I'll have a look at what the issue is. Looks like Freiberg needs to reset his sound card.
Lovely stuff. Luck for Happy as he fired into the smoke and get right crossed in front, but luck is part of Counter-Strike.
Well, this is NiP's pick, remember, so we move on to Dust 2 as well. So this series, in terms of the maps I wanted to see, I'm actually really happy. It's quite cool to see Nuke actually coming in more and more now. I think a lot of teams didn't want to adopt it when it first came in, understandably, that the event schedule was so stacked. There's not much time to actually practice and get really proficient at these maps, but third most played maps, in fact. It used to just be like a pocket pick for some of the lesser teams in a veto system, but now actually the top teams are bringing it in, and it's actually getting quite entertaining to watch to see what kind of execution we're seeing. NiP, I've talked about it before, I think they've got some great stuff on the T side. My favorite one they do is their drop down towards lower from the vent as well. It's a real nice little set piece they have there with coordinated flashbangs and smokes with Freiberg getting down there. Look out for that in the second half, but we're back into it. Not too long. What's that for? It's going to be round number 5. Like I said, a couple of Galils, 2 AKs, and Apex on the Tech 9. 6 up, going straight towards that squeaky door. Forest back on the AWP. More aggressive angle this time. Probably knows an AWP won't be up against him, so probably toe-to-toe he's not going to be as strong as Kenny S, but when he knows there's no AWP available, he can actually take a few more audacious angles, I would say.
Flash is over. Good shot from Forest. Remember, we did say it would be hit right inside of main. That's going to shut them out again. Kenny, he's going to try and use something from Squeaky. They've got a split on Get Right. Good read. Dodges the flash. Takes down Happy and now knows the bomb dropped towards Secret. Or rather, excuse me, Squeaky. And Exist is there waiting for Kenny to walk through. Ninjas of Jebba's looking very good toward the Squeaky door in outside positions. I was impressed with EnVyUs' ability to push back Michael and Forrest, to be fair, in one particular round at ramp. So I'm wondering if they're going to try and go back to something along those lines.
Well, maximum loss bonus has been obtained. That's $3,400, but after the force buy in the previous and no bomb going down, a little bit of a partial buy here. Not so much in terms of armor. They've got 2 players on head armor, but just a couple of flashbangs to make 2 grenades. Deagles in hand, a team at one point known to be some of the best pistol players in the world. That's not so prevalent right now, but as I say, Kenny S does find Freiberg towards the main entrance, so they got the man advantage. Looking for kills towards ramp as well, but Forrest finds one in return. That's Apex dropping.
As you say, with Apex down. Up and potentially go toward the Twinkie. Happy's gotten quite far up at the outside position, but he's found Forrest well aware of the fact that he's in behind the red crate. Good awareness, takes him back into the grave, and it's going to make it now 3 players left for Envy, walking now toward the ramp. This is the play where I think they've gotten the most amount of map control.
This is fine though, so Michael's down playing by himself. He's just doing the safe bet at this point, right? Obviously it's quite a lucrative part of the map for EnVyUs to pick up, but him falling down with the information, Forrest can rotate as only dropping 1 player there from the 1D of Apex, but still, round number 7, I should say, it's 6-0. And we do have another buy game from EnVyUs. Still, this is a very CD-sided map. It's not the end of this by any point by EnVyUs. They can actually still find a few rounds here or there. To be fair, the money's getting reasonably strong now for NiP. You can see 10k on Forest, 8 for Get Right, so they've got a few rounds in hand. So problems for EnVyUs, they need to start winning rounds convincingly. They need to keep players alive and avoid that full reset. That's a very big possibility right now. So Kenny Edge on the AWP. We'll see if we can find anything. Straight towards Squeaky Door, fires a shot. Just to the right there, the main player. So doesn't manage to get anything for it, apart from a bit of info as to what position he's been playing. He's going to be going back towards outside, maybe from silo. But this is more of a pick game, another default for EnVyUs is absolutely fine. Just try and bleed out the CTs, but look at the aggression for this. You see Forrest baiting in a player towards that silo area. That's going to be Get Right. As soon as Forrest fires a shot, you know he's going to be striking. He's actually pushing a little bit further. Here we go. This is good from Get Right. Great timing.
Yep, this is very, very good. Spots one easy shot.
Full back at this point. No need to
put that off. Freiberg, he's not far off that position as well. Down and actually above the fence. He's at the top floor, behind the closed vent, the second vent. Meanwhile, though, Apex trying to take back Get Right's. They want the ramp. Again, they've had the most success distilling Michael. Like you say, he's playing it conservatively. There's nothing wrong with that, but it is giving them a bit of room. And that kill onto Michael is going to Get Right with the ace.
Unbelievably sick there from Get Right. That was so good. He starts the round off by pushing towards outside, completely out positions them. They have no idea he's there. I said it was great play. Don't overcommit. Get that one frag, reposition yourself, and what a reposition it was as well. Back towards the lower bomb site, gets the kill there from Secret, and then goes to ramp as well. He's just everywhere for EnVyUs. They're trying to stay away from him, and what a hold towards lower as well. Powerful position. I was about to say before it happened, if he just gets 1 kill here, round 1, he finds 3 more and ace. Sick stuff from Get Right. Very, very nicely done. This replay alone, that's how perfect is that? It doesn't get any better. That's just beautiful CS from Get Right, looking like he's in the zone right now. And we have got a tactical pause coming from EnVyUs.
Yep.
Understandably so after that sort of decimation there from one of the all-time greats, Get Right. So, just for either side, regardless of the half, you can take 4 in one half if you wanted to. So just so everyone knows, it's a different viewing experience, but the teams seem to like it in terms of like they like to have the option in these big games. But
you say that.
The spectator experience, obviously, it's a little bit different.
I spoke to a few players that also thought it was a bit silly, and that no matter what happens in a round, you call a timeout or they call a timeout late. I won't mention who I spoke to, just for the sake of them. Either way, it's going to be Get Right with Kenny down. He falls immediately after from Apex. He spotted up that shadow, but Apex getting a better position. Talks with him, tries to spray down 2. This Freiberg, he hits the high HP player in the corner, MBK, but then Sixer's able to repeat before a bullet lands. This is better from Happy. Now they've got something to work with, and perhaps the goal was to try and get control of Catwalk. About Apex and Sixer, who aren't much better off. 19 and 7 for them, and they're going to go back toward Michael on the upper side. He's got the M40. Here's them going. 56 seconds. They're going to try and commit to this so early, and bomb denied. He's got position down.
How's his teammates?
Very questionable. Happy's missing a shot, the one that was above, and Michael Illy with 3.
Shocking from EnVyUs. What are they doing? They've got a minute to play with that. No one's even backing the bomb up. They're not even thinking that could be a possibility. Michael walks in, free round. Yes, it looks good from his point of view. Shouldn't be that easy, though.
In heaven that made Sixer commit to the plant, thinking, all right, you're there, no problem. And he looks away at the wrong time and then gets caught out missing a shot. That's huge.
It's shocking. That shouldn't be happening. That's just a complete misplay from EnVyUs. No way, Mike. Yes, it's a nice read from him. Great time. Going down, he needs cover. Had a minute to play as well. It's not like they have to rush that. Anyway, let's get into round number 9. 8-0 here. NiP now starting to run away with it. It's going to be another partial buy for EnVyUs. Deagles, Tech 9s, no nades. Looking for that first pick once again. They managed to do it with the Deagle before. MBK challenging. Michael again wants towards the ramp, but actually they have him in difficult position. Could find this frag. And they do as well. Take him up.
Unquestionably, I think. VP was in that mix as well, but it's going to be forced again, taking down Sixer. As Get Right waited outside the whole time, Kenny wraps around through Turnpike and from the crate near CT spawn. Get Right finds him, 9-0, not much to report. And now we'll get Kenny onto his AWP, but they need to find openings big time in Sixer. Okay, it's going to be AK full utility perhaps. He's got a lot of money left over. No nades coming out until now.
Frag outside. Forrest, though, will he be going for the face return? He's actually towards Catwalk this time, changing it up. I like this a lot. Looking for that first shot, nails it. Job done again. Fall back. Unfortunately for him, though, Get Right drops from main entrance. Maybe an overcommitment from his point of view, but still Forrest in contention to find another kill here. As Kenny has boost up. Freiburg doing some work. Manages to find Apex there. 4-3, still in the favor of the Ninjas.
Good positioning from Forrest behind this new
smokes.
AC. There's a massive gap toward the stairwell directly. He missed the first player going by due to timing. It's Kenny that's the second. He's got an AWP.
Just gets by. Forrest had him in the crosshair there.
Very close indeed. It's Freiburg. Good position at decontamination. We talked about this. Drops bomb down as well. Nade's going to go into his feet, but flash back up. Getting closer, scoped it already. Freiburg, oh, head was showing. Kenny tries to get away the only way he can, back inside the vent. And Freiburg takes advantage. Forrest is in a little bit of trouble, so he'll need some help, and he'll get it. It's Exist to close up the final round. I say final round, excuse me, this round, 10-0, and they get rid of the second off.
Maybe another pause required here. EnVyUs look a little bit lost on this map, Matt, I have to say. As soon as they lose the first frag, people are overcommitting by themselves, that it's panicking with the smokes, Flash and just trying to get down towards Seeker after losing the man advantage. And like you said, those decon steps and the window room steps are so difficult to challenge. You need to be there with a unit. You need to be able to refrag or use some utility to actually find the frag there. Freiburg running away with it. Kenny S had a chance to take him down, as couldn't land the shot there. Another force buy from EnVyUs. Yes, to get the 4 AKs, but Kenny S now no open hand, just a Tech 9. They've got a bit of utility to work with. And we'll be trying to work towards the ramp from for now, but smoked out of position. MBK will be sat there waiting for that to dissipate. Michael Ailey, though, no wall for the CDs this time, interesting enough. They must have lost their weapon towards the end of that round. So 5 rifles. It's not necessarily a bad thing, means you can have more crossfires. We'll see how this works out for them.
Interestingly, they did throw away that op at the end of the last round. They elected to go with all 5 on rifles for NiP in this one. Go back toward the lobby. So here we go. There's going to be another wall set smoke. They're in the positions to do it. Apex, interestingly, throws his front of a main, but there's still massive opportunities for vision. Now that's taken away. I think these are perfect. Yeah, there's no gaps in that. That's the 3 smoke setup.
Keep it basic at this point. Get some map control towards outside. He can go towards Seeker if required as well. Lovely smokes, like you said. Can't do anything about those, but Get Right. You know he likes to push these sort of plays. Not going to be committing just yet. He's going to get an inkling. They've made it there, though. So successful so far. All 5 players alive. This is what we wanted to see.
Keep in mind Freiburg's position, because if he slows them down, Get Right is close enough that he can rotate him behind, but Freiburg goes down immediately, and as a result, Crossfire set in the vents, good spot as MBK inside of the site is found, and bomb goes down. It's Kenny to fall, Forrest with that kill as well. Only one so far coming in from Sixer. He's dropped, and Happy dropping down into the vents makes a ton of noise, and Get Right's already there.
So they did kind of what I asked for there. They got towards outside. They're successful towards the secret steps, but unfortunately, Freiburg finds that first kill, and it's pretty chaotic once again. Norman Spy here need to start posting some rounds. 11-0. This quarterfinal hasn't really lived up to the hype as of yet, I'm afraid. It is NiP's pick. We move on to the Dust 2 next if required, but at this point, I'm not sure how NiP can really get into this one. Get Right, I think that's through the smoke. I'm not 100% sure. It looked like it from the other side of the map. He gets up.
Finally, with around 11-1, we've seen that once today.
Problem is, though, Matt, I said it before. They have to eco or force 5 Tech 9s. It's not going to look pretty. And now it's a full away from them. Need to win this really to have a chance in this map.
Freiburg is going to be in a position to try and watch. Get NBK with the spray down as he overcommits to trying to hunt him in return. It's a massive. They do it with 3 players left alive. Anything less, it would be catastrophic if they get a reset.
successfully does it, but Freiburg seems aware as he drops down towards the fence.
And the way they're throwing smokes, it's careless. It shows a little bit of a lack of map detail because they bounce a smoke outside right now. It does allow Apex to wrap into main, but it leaves a massive gap in Forest. Oh, timing slips by Apex. So Apex is over toward locker windows. Forest is going to be peeking outside. This is going to let Apex actually have an advantage because they're not going to call that he's in there. Freiburg finds Happy, but look at Apex position. But now he's got to make the play himself. Sixer finds one inside, and Apex goes up to heaven, found immediately. That's Kenny getting caught entirely by Forest.
Yeah, the P250 no less as well. Kenny's got the AK in hand, has the drop on Forest as well. He heads the AWP shot, misses it, pulls the P250 out and takes him down. That's such a massive frag, and I'm sorry, Kenny, you have to be nailing those ones. Big round for EnVyUs, we said it was, and unable to get the picks there. Nice aggressive play from Michael Eddy towards the ramp. Bit lucky was dropped in front of him.
Right, with Kenny found again. Taken down by a Deagle, but this is looking the same results. 12-1 is going to be 13-1. MBK's trying his best to change that. He's got 2 kills now, as he does pick up an M4, but sitting duck in the open as Freiburg rotates around into Secret a little bit later on, and it's going to leave bomb down in the hands of the CTs. Tough half. Envy does not look organized on this map. I'm not seeing anything convincing. You said the wall of smokes. Okay, yeah, that does seem to be the default, and it seems to be fairly convincing. But you have to know how to approach it, when to approach, and there's got to be something else to it.
That's only a means to an end, right? You can get towards lower with that. That's the idea. It doesn't win you around. It actually just gets you access to the lower bomb site. Then you need to have the same sort of approach to actually get the bomb down there. We know NiP are great at that. They're the smoking at the squeaky doors. They're good at taking those steps towards Deacon in the window room. Didn't see that from EnVyUs. They look completely lost in terms of the way to actually get the bomb down here. I think it's only gone down once so far, and that was the round where, what was it? It was like the 4th round, I believe, something like that. So 13-1 here. EnVyUs, they need, it goes without saying, man, they have to win this last round, otherwise this map's just over. The game half an hour before, work out the game plan. Let's get into that later because Kenny S does find an aggressive kill, coming to life now finally as he takes down Forest to the AWP before anything really happened there, so that's good work from him.
Get right, finds Apex immediately back though. AWP gonna be happy though with 2. Now they've got something to work with. Michael, Get Right, the only 2 left on the NiP side, and Get Right's trying to rotate back around
the case so far, but you have to say EnVyUs, they don't really look prepared in this round. I'm sorry, they just don't have the executions there. They didn't have a mix of execution base and default. Even when they got towards lower, it looked a little bit reckless, I have to say. So, still not out of it just yet. They win the pistol. We've got to grind it out round by round. We've seen some big defeats here after these sort of score lines. So, we'll take a quick break now. But when we come back, let's see if this one heats up and whether EnVyUs can get back into the game.
SK must be outside. Well, it's been all NiP on Nuke. Perhaps not a little bit surprising considering their history on the map. Obviously a different iteration, that goes without saying. But EnVyUs only managing to pick up 2 gun rounds. They didn't pick up a T-sided pistol. So if NiP can do the same right now and actually accomplish that goal, they could put this home very quickly at 16-2. Let's see if EnVy can do anything to stop that.
The thing is, though, we've seen some throwing games here with this sort of scoreline before, even at this event. Yanko put it quite nicely on the desk the other day. It's never over until you get to round number 16, round by round, boys. If you lose the pistol, there's always a chance. You can't get too comfortable here. Can't get complacent. You can't start rushing and giving frags away. You need to keep your head inside the game here. We'll see what happens on the T side. If NiP win the pistol, pretty much GG. But if EnVyUs do win it, we do have a game on our hands. Trust me, it's going to happen. So, 4 sets of armor. Lady, utility. He's normally so good at that, they can't actually get towards. Freiburg still can, apparently.
Freiburg got down there, but only hit one good shot and then tries to get away. Unfortunately, they lost control. MBK, he's going to get dropped by Michael Haley. This could give them control room back, but they've got to get by Happy first, and he's going to go hunting. Finds Michael. Good timing. Headshot from the USP, and it's a 3 versus 2. One has been dropped as well, but exists. It's a lovely shot to start. It catches.
But not going to be watching the bomb.
And the bomb, yeah, exactly that. Down in the site. Has a player coming through the vents and exist.
You can see it now. Kenny's has checked up.
Forrest as well is in control now. He's going to have to get pushed back. They're playing either side of the garage at lower. Good shot from 3 versus 2 go his way. Never mind the bomb plant. NiP pick up the pistol we talked about.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm not sure we caught it on the screen, but I saw it from my point of view. Happy there, after they had that advantage as well, he runs out the vents and towards Secret. Just completely throws caution to the wind at that point, gives his frag away. And then Exist, the team leader, manages to hold the vents and the 2-on-2. The CDs were watching the bomb as well. What a glorious couple of headshots that was from the vents. Looks very, very on point right now. And we get it's a last chance, really, as we go to round number 17. Oh, everyone's blowing his teammate's head off there. There's some decent damage being done towards Freiburg. Not a tremendous amount as I look at it. It's only going to be like 19, so don't worry too much about that.
Yeah, I won't, Henry.
This is better. Look at this, though, from NiP. If you just go to their point of view, you'll see how they actually approach the lower step situation. They're going to get control of that. They're going to go together, make sure they're refragging, check every single...
Baited, never mind what you said, Henry. And not only that, baited, but passively flanked out and knifed as Kenny comes in. Exist goes down. It's all to get right. 1 versus 5. He's got 1. It's all he's going to get. Happy takes him immediately after.
Remember that thing I said? Just disregard that. Delete that from the VOD. I was only joking. Yeah, okay, well, EnVyUs doing a fantastic job there. Actually allowing NiP to get towards the teammates of PT50, CZs, and a few kind of smokes and flashbangs as well, which will be deployed straight away. Looks like they'll be focusing towards outside.
Get right. Twinkie with that scout in hand is going to start to work over top of main. 14-3. They've got money. They've got momentum. EnVyUs steals it back and has AKs out as a result. An M4 picked up on Sixer. Get Right's going to be the only one that can try and do anything in this round. Is Happy opening and closing the door lower. Not sure which side he wants to play on. Goes back inside of the site, knowing that NiP's getting very close. And this time they are deep inside this side, already toward the control room. Apex, the door coming open, is going to get 1 shot though immediately with the AK. And Happy follows up. It's only Freiburg with a kill. Michael gets a second because there's just too many players in the doorway for Happy to deal with. But it doesn't matter. It's 14-4. EnVy pick up yet another round, and NiP can afford to be patient. There's no question about that.
Yeah, they live to fight another day here. Well then. Ninjas, 14-4. Eco for now. Let's see what they can do going forward. Not going to have much of work with this round, just Glocks and PT50s. And still, believe it or not, EnVyUs on the TD side of Nuke still have a chance here. If I believe, if I can remember correctly, I think NiP threw a game on this map at this event. I can't actually remember the actual week. Man, he can keep us entertained by
Apex double kill. Gonna get Kenny in the mix now toward outer. You're looking deep into the stats book, Henry. The one you wrote yourself. It's going to be Freiburg going back inside of the side. Apex finding him as well. That's 3 in the round as they cover the soft. Bomb going down is going to give NiP a chance to bring up the guns just in the utility early in the
while we've got a break here. This is what I think of. NiP versus Dignitas on this map. NiP spouted the wrong information. That's exactly what happened. So that's interesting. So that's still a possibility here. They haven't won the game just yet.
Like you say, though, reverse rules. They're playing T-side second. That game was an interesting one as well because we saw one of the worst T-side or CT sides from Dignitas that we've seen on this map, not just, you know, in general, but that we've seen specifically on this map from them. And then their T-sided approach seemed to work everywhere and every which way. barrel of his gun. He just needs a bayonet on the end, and he would have had the third one for Michael, but not enough time to take him down as well. Gives them a bit of movement, NiP, but they've lost the bomb now, and they've lost all but Forrest, who, well, Forrest leaves. He's going to go back out toward Twinkie.
Got himself an AK, though. He'll be working towards outside. We'll have another round here going in favor of EnVyUs. 14-6. 4 stage loss bonus after this one. It's not count Forrest out just yet, though. Still in very good form recently. Trying to use the gap of this to see if any footsteps will be made available for him. Not going to be the case, though. At this point with the bomb down, there's not much reason for EnVyUs to give too much away. And we're going to have to happy find to kill. Round number 20 goes in favor of EnVyUs. So, pause comes in, the first one from NiP at this point. Just calm yourself down. Still got a huge bed of rounds here, but you need to be careful. Before you know it, it gets to double figures for EnVyUs, and then it gets a little bit more interesting, especially on the CT side as well. Still looking very likely that NiP will pick this up. Once they get the 15th round as well, that releases the pressure valve a little bit, and you can feel like, well, at least we've guaranteed overtime. We're not going to be losing this game, at least not yet. And we'll have a look at what they're discussing at this point. Still looking very calm. Exist, obviously the in-game leader. We don't have threat here these days. And that's for good reason. Fret's doing a lot of exams at the moment and not able to come to every event, but he's still sending like a dossier before each game of all the tells and setups of the teams, and Exist uses that into his own game. It's obviously a little bit looser now, that's what felt. So it's good to see them getting deep into tournaments still and actually picking a few up as well. What kind of buy have we got here then?
Much better year than 2015.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shocker.
The buy, as you mentioned, is just Tech 9s and 1 UMP for GetRight, who's taking damage down to 84. 21 kills for GetRight, including that ace. The difference being, if you take that distribution and call it close as they try and walk in and MBK shuts them down, is the bottom of the barrel. The depth only goes so far because MBK's only got 8 kills in this. Picks up 2 there, gets him a little bit closer to the tail end of everyone else. But you compare him to GetRight, forget everyone else in the middle, and that seems to be the difference right now. Happy takes down Forrest, and Sixer will close in on Freiburg. No bomb plant coming into the upper site, despite that they did have some room after Freiburg wrapped around the hut, but it's still a doubled score at 14-7.
Well then, boys, we do have a game on our hands. Mark my words here, this is actually going to get a little bit deeper. Well, then we go into one of the first real gun rounds here. You can see both teams fully equipped. No one for the T side here. 5 AKs. They do have the utility they need. And remember, I did say they've got a lot of execution in this map. They've actually got a lot of depth in terms of the tactics they can present. I'm sure they won't go straight to that just yet in terms of the executions. They'll just be going for more of a default mentality with the smoke swords outside, trying to work picks there. Kenny Esto, that's the problem. Will he be able to do anything about this? Because doesn't have any vision right now, but we're looking towards Silo to see if he can find a player. I did say before, NiP, once they get control of the secret steps, are very good at doing stuff with it. Didn't actually ring true before, but let's see whether they can recover here.
Kenny doesn't have any vision at all. NiP, we often say this comparative to Dignitas yesterday as well. They do the 2-smoke setup, and they throw it better than anyone else. There's no gaps. Nice position on the right. Better shot for Michael Lilly and Freiburg to pull that back as they do walk in and counter that off. Kenny's forced out of position as well. Can't redress the fact that he's got to walk in and catch them off, rotating in, and it's Apex forced out of position.
No.
Already inside a control room, but Forrest gets caught. That's going to end the play a little bit for NiP, but that...
It couldn't be more perfect if you tried. GetRight, like he said, that's such a great matchup in a 1v1. GetRight thinks he has to drop in as well. Any angle would have done. First shot's great. He gets the call as to where Exist is as well. This second shot, though, this is something special. That's what he's known for. It's quite a quick save, actually. I beg your pardon, but still. My God, Kenny S. doing some big work here and keeping the victory dream alive for EnVyUs, at least for a little bit longer. Another block. Low maximum loss bonus. Oh, it's starting to heat up though, Matt, is it not?
That was insane. I mean, that is the round that NiP needs to put themselves on map point, and Kenny just absolutely rips it out of them.
That's so good. That's what I wanted to see in this matchup, and now it's starting to deliver.
Exist in the smoke, trying to play this cleverly. Fortunately, he's lost his teammates already in Freiburg and GetRight. Michael. He's going to get a bomb plant down at least for NiP, but watch the heaven position. They're getting up on top right now. He's got it in, but he's got his back turned away. Has to dodge a first flash coming through, and it's Sixer the next to walk in. Apex finds Forrest on the other side. It's toward A main, so now it's inside the site. They're trapped. Just Michael remaining. 2 players coming in from one position. He doesn't anticipate it. It's going to now be 14-9. You're dead right. EnVyUs is pulling this back.
Yeah, they are. We can see why they were happy to play this map. The T side, not so great for them, but the CT seems very solid. That's actually going to be 7-1 here in the second half. It's actually getting a bit scary for NiP. I wouldn't be surprised if they use another one of their pauses. Like we said, they got 4 available, only used 1 so far. And it's towards it. Yeah, here we go, there it is. And it's towards this stage of the game. That's when we're seeing more of these pauses come in. Almost every gun round, you might see one come in. It'll be like gun round, eco pause. And that's what we saw yesterday. To be fair, it allows us to talk a little bit more about the game in terms of what they can do, and we can analyze the buys a bit more. The problem I have with it, Matt, is it gives the in-game leader now a bit too much to work with. You know, like before, like in these big games, there's so much pressure on you. If you have 4 pauses available, right, and save them towards the latter stages when it gets really tight, you've basically got an extra 30 seconds to work out what money they've got, what you've got available, what's the best move going to make. I like the pressure of CS. I like the mentality.
Picks up, like you're saying, the freeze time, the action. It kills the momentum in a lot of ways, and I'm still not, as a fan. I like the 2 per half. I think that's the way that it would be done, and you know, maybe it was my mistake, but that's how I was led to believe from multiple sources that that's what it was going to be. But
well, still, this game now, I'm really happy it's out of the heat up. I would have been really disappointed if we had like a 16-2 or something. But here we go then, MBK continuing. Towards it. Actually have found an open bomb site as well. It's just pushing through the smoke. This kills big, nails it, takes down Kenny S.
Another smoke dressed out inside of A main, and Apex nearly had the lineup to exactly where the position was. Exist. The spot this player's on the other side can't quite do it. Flash comes through, he'll lose his vision. Apex is able to capitalize but not hit the shot. Exist holds true, and now NiP's got a 3 versus 1. Surely this has to be the map point. Happy good read as he walks back in and finds Exist, and if he pulls this off, my God. NiP don't deserve it, but they'll easily take him down when he does get into the position to catch off by Michael. 2 players in behind the vents, and 15-9.
I enjoyed that brawl towards that side, back and forth. He weren't sure who was going to run away with it. It was the CDs finding the initial frags there, but returned by NiP and then splitting towards upper as well. Exist. He did a fantastic job there, getting towards that main entrance, pushing through the smoke. It's a scary play to make, but it works out for him. Takes down Kenny S, re-smokes it as well, denies the entrance from the CTs, and Kenny S, Happy cannot find that clutch situation at 3 versus 1. Finds 1 kill, that's all he gets. Still though, 6 rounds required from EnVyUs. They've already got 7, so no reason why they can't do a bit more. This exchange towards Ramp, you want to get out of there, surely. You've already made the mistake of missing the shot sixer. That's why you play that position. As soon as you pull the trigger, you can fall back and get the information there, and Happy, he was lurking the back as well. I can see what they're doing now. He wanted to take the attention away and actually allow Happy to spray them down. Potentially wouldn't check it, but they lose both frags. This could be the GG moment right here, but Apex, he's fighting back.
Yeah, right. Does capitalize though. Kenny misses the shot, gets caught out. MBK's got to hold this off. 1 versus 4, down to 3. It's interesting. Kenny no less with a brilliant clutch. Get right with an ace, but it's NiP that will close it out. 16-9 in the end.
Well, at least it was entertaining in the second half. Unfortunately for EnVyUs, the CT looked pretty solid for them. Had they have got that start, maybe we could have had a full distance game there. But NiP, this looks like they were going to run.